Welcome everyone to MGL Stamp Studio. My name is Maria G. Reminder is that Sale-a-Bration ends at the end of the month. Paper Pumpkin comes monthly. As a subscription, you can order one or many kits. I'm featuring the July 2022 kit, and I'll show you how I assemble it and then how I use an alternative using the amazing silhouettes at the end. So hang with me. The first thing I do is assemble each of the cards. I put a chipboard over the piercing mat, and the instructions come featuring 3 different projects. The first project has 3 card bases and card fronts, as you see here. I've already added the dimensionals as per the instructions. And you'll notice here that I add most of the adhesive per the instructions to make it easier, and at the very end I will do all the stamping. But it's really up to you how you do it. The next project, same thing, card bases, card fronts with the adhesive. Same thing, I've already tied the linen and the adhesive backings. On the third project, same thing, I have the card bases and then the card fronts and the adhesive all ready to go. So it makes the job so much easier when you're just ready to just stamp. The kits come with the first subscription with this acrylic block. I'm going to use an ergonomic block, and you notice that I put the stamps on both sides. It also comes with a little ink spot. I'm going to use the bigger one, makes it easier for me. So you notice here I'm going to stamp and stamp the image pretty quick. And then at this point, I'm going to add the sentiment. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to be able to put the linen through this little hole. And that makes it so much easier on your hands. So it's a really good way to do it. Next thing, I'm going to stamp a little image. And now I'm just ready to adhere everything per the instructions. So I put my ink pad away and I'm just assembling the card. So get the card base, make sure it's on the right side. Use my paper pick tool to remove the dimensional backings. Adhere it, same thing. Take all of the adhesive off. And then same thing here, use my Take Your Pick tool to take the little adhesive covers, and then I am gonna wrap this and make a bow. And you'll notice that on the instructions the label is on the other side, but it's your card, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, on the next project, same thing. I take my stamp and follow the instructions, stamp on the little star, and it's like a little sand image. And then on the bottle, it has like a little sea life image. And because it's photopolymer, I can actually go back over the image to make it crisp. And now all I have to do is assemble the card. So you notice that I add the dimensionals for areas where I still need to add a sentiment, removing the adhesive backings with my Take Your Pick tool, and making sure that I have the lighter side on the top of the card. And here I am assembling, taking off the adhesive backings. So much easier with the Take Your Pick tool. Those little adhesives are really tiny, and using the Take Your Pick tool makes it so much easier. And following the instructions, still taking off the backings of the adhesive, and then following the instructions again, placing this beautiful coral on top. And then there comes a little seahorse and a little starfish goes right there. Third project, same thing. I line up the little ship on the bottom and then I stamp it, following the instructions, and then I put the sentiment and firm pressure. Now, when I did this first time, I removed the backings And you'll notice that I made a mistake. The lighter side is upside down. So per the instructions, I noticed that the clouds were upside down. And quick tip for you, I started taking off the backings for this piece. And if you want to skip through the fixing the mistake, you can. But what I did is I removed that first layer by swapping the take your pick tool with a flat side, and you can carefully remove the dimensionals. And that's what I did. And I re-adhered them, and now they're at the right location. So that's just a quick tip for you of how to fix it. So just wanted to share that with you. So for the alternative projects, I'm using Amazing Silhouettes, but you can use anything in your collection to create these alternatives. I'm using Pacific Point cardstock just because I wanted the color to pop. But what I'm really doing here is using the kit's monochromatic layout. And I'm using a piece of white cardstock for the silhouette in the same color. And you see how beautifully it matches. Similarly here with fresh freesia. And then for the last project, I wanted to use the paper pumpkin kit in an alternative way by adding some color background that is again monochromatic. So you see me stamping off and making that image look like it's behind instead of something that is darker, which makes it look like it's in the foreground. And you see here using a another piece of cardstock, I am stamping another monochromatic color in the smoky slate and also trying to create a background and using the sentiment with the same color. You'll see me stamp it right here. And it's a quick card. For color, I'm adding Poppy Parade for the little seahorse. And at first I tried stamping off with the little seahorse again. I didn't like it, so I stamped again. You don't see that. And then I put a background of Poppy Parade to make that color pop. So see, here you have an alternative with these monochromatic backgrounds using the paper pumpkin kits. It's a great way to use your kit, and those are the 3 projects you can get with the basic kit. So I hope you enjoyed using paper pumpkin, and I hope you give it a try. Thanks for watching.